Greetings.
And welcome to Crime and Conspiracy Theories.
Today we'll be talking about Cary Stayner. Cary was born in Merced, California, with his younger brother Stephen. When Cary was 11, Stephen was kidnapped by a child molester named Kenneth Parnell and held captive for more than 7 years.
Ow.
And during this time, Cary's parents were very, they were neglecting Cary, and this caused a lot of hatred for him.
Stephen was the favorite child.
Definitely. Yeah. And Cary's parents blamed him for not protecting his younger brother, and his father took out a lot of physical abuse on him. But, so 7 years later, Stephen escaped Kenneth and with a younger boy and returned to his parents. And Stephen had become like the hero of the town. They even put up a statue of him, actually.
Wow.
Yeah. But I think when Stephen was 21, he got into a car accident and died.
Poor Stephen.
Rest in peace, Stephen. But and after this, Cary's parents were much more hateful because now Stephen was dead and Cary was not. So then Cary started working at a hotel near Yosemite National Park, and he had a lot of strange hobbies, including sunbathing naked and pretending that he was Bigfoot. But he was working at a hotel as a maintenance guy, and one morning in 1997, Cary walked up to a hotel room where he saw 3 women go into the night before. It was like 2 a.m. and he knocked on the door, and Carol Sund, I think. Yes, Carol Sund, and her 15-year-old daughter Julie, and Julie's foreign exchange friend, Sylvania.
I was gonna say Sylvia, so.
Sylvania, there's a V and an I. And an N. But anyway, they had rented a car to go up to Yosemite National Park, and they just happened to be staying in this hotel room. But Cary knocked on the door at like 2 a.m., and Carol was very like, no, I don't think you should be coming in. But he was like, oh, I'm just the maintenance guy, there's a leak under the sink.
A leak.
But it was like 2 a.m. and she was like, okay.
Can't you fix it in the morning?
Can't you fix it in the morning? But he was like, no, I have to do it now.
Right now.
And so she was like, okay, And once he got into the room, he bound and gagged Carol, tied her up, and tied up Sylvania. I'm sorry. Sylvania. He tied them up, and he locked Julie in the bathroom. And so while Julie was locked in the bathroom, he slit Carol and Sylvania's throats. To the point, it was bad. But then he stuck their bodies in the trunk of their rental car, drove it out into the middle of the woods, and lit it on fire. The car was found days later with the charred remains of Carol and Sylvania inside in the trunk. And then people were freaking out because dead bodies and things. So, but
Okay, just imagine you're taking a hike in Yosemite, a gorgeous, beautiful place. I love Yosemite. I personally feel like it's beautiful. I've never been.
You've never been there.
But I've seen many pictures and it looks gorgeous. I would love to go. And you're just walking. You're on vacation. Lovely day. Sun's up. Lovely. and then you just see a car.
That has been on fire.
Yeah. And then you were like, I should probably check out that car. And then you look inside.
In the trunk, and there are 2 bodies. So you call 911. But you want to know an even crazier thing? The police questioned Cary multiple times. He was very helpful. The police had no suspicion of him at all.
So Cary was a smart man who...
Charming, charismatic, yes.
Who knew exactly what to say to get the police off his back.
Mm-hmm. And the entire time, he still has Julie.
Right.
And he kept her alive as, like a slave. And, eventually, he took her out into the woods by a creek and slit her throat to the point where she was almost decapitated. Her body was found shortly after, and they questioned Cary again, but still.
Like we said, he was a smart man. He knew how to get the police off his back. He just said what they wanted.
Very friendly.
No one suspected him.
No, they did not. And, he went out and found a, Yosemite National Park ranger named Joey.
I think that's how you say that. It's either Joe or Joey.
It's Joey. There are too many vowels for it just to be Joe.
Okay.
Joey.
Joey Ruth Armstrong.
Yes. Joey. And he did the same thing to her. He slit her throat, I think. Yes. Julie's throat had been slit. Yeah. Decapitated body of Joey Ruth Armstrong. They saw a blue 1979... Witnesses said that they saw a blue 1979 International Scout parked outside of the cabin where she was staying. The detectives traced the vehicle to Stayner, which led him to becoming the prime suspect. And FBI agents found Stayner staying at a nudist resort, where he was arrested and taken to Sacramento for questioning. And during his interrogation, Stayner shocked the agents when he confessed not only to Armstrong's decapitation, but to the murders of Pelioso, which is Sylvania, yeah. And the sons, which were Julie and Carol. And he sent a map for finding Julie's body, which I thought was in the trunk, but I guess not.
So he was at the point where he wanted to be found.
Yes.
Like, a lot of murderers do that, and serial killers do that. They leave traces because they want to be found.
Mm-hmm. They want the publicity.
That's not how you get publicized. Not okay. Don't hurt people.
After Stayner was arrested, he claimed to have fantasized about murdering women since he was 7 years old after the abduction of his brother. Or long before the abduction of his brother, I guess, because Cary was 11 when Stephen was abducted. He was found guilty and sentenced to death. He is still on death row in California. Thoughts?
That's, I don't know what to say to that. It's an interesting case. There's a lot more on it.
But I think we covered the basics.
We recommend checking out the case yourself.
Weird dude, man. Final thoughts? Anything that you think should be added?
Don't kill people.
That's a good point. Yeah, don't kill people. Be nice.
I hope that their family is doing good now, and
I think their parents are dead. But Stephen had a wife and a daughter, I think.
well, I'm sorry.
And his daughter would be about a little bit younger than Grandma. Like 10 years or so.
So like 48.
In our 40s, yeah. Stephen's daughter or son, I don't remember, would be in their 40s at this point. I hope they're doing well.
We're really sorry.
Yeah. I'm glad that the case got resolved quickly.
Right.
That's a plus instead of waiting like 20 years. If you see signs like sunbathing naked and having a weird obsession with Bigfoot, have an intervention. Especially if they confess to fantasize about murdering women since they were 7.
That's probably a sign that they're not okay.
If you fantasize about murdering women,
Get some help.
I was trying to think of a softer way to say that, but yeah.
Like, seriously, if you think about that kind of stuff, you need a little bit of help.
A little bit more than a little bit. Anyway, not everyone is as they seem. Stay safe.
Be very careful.